I'm Gerald Jack, resident of San Gabriel, California. I was in the U.S. Army 1955 to 1957.
My name is Wally Logren. I went in the Army in August of 1966. Got out in 1968, in August of 1968.
Lance Corporal Elijah Silva, USMC, United States Marine Corps, since 2012.
When I was drafted, I was 24 years old, and most of the guys with me were 18.
I had the good fortune of being sent to Hawaii. I had it pretty nice. It wasn't a bad deal.
It's been a great experience. I was in the Young Marines when I was younger. It's like a junior Marine program. And then through there, I finally understood like what I wanted to do with my life. And then once I joined the real Marine Corps, it showed me like structure and just brotherhood and just helped me a lot of my life now.
It rained every day during my basic training. Out on the rifle range, the machine gun fire over our heads as we're crawling on our backs with our rifles over our chest. But they told us it was blanks they were shooting, but then that night we had it where they used live ammunition.
I was concerned because usually draftees, they're cannon fodder, which is, you know, we're just there and you're a body and you're in the field. I lost one of my classmates just a couple of weeks before I went in. The local paper, opened up the local paper one day, and here's a picture of Richard on the front cover. And my girlfriend, who wasn't quite my fiance yet, but she was kind of spooked too.
One of the guys in the bunker next to me dropped his, and the guy that was the cadre just about had a heart attack. He had to jump in and throw the hand grenade. That was probably the worst experiences that I had.
I feel it's something that I love doing, and I'm so glad I joined, and I'll do it all over again.
We did a lot of good things while we were there. We supported 2 orphanages at Christmas time and Easter and so on. We would take all kinds of toys and candies to the 2 different orphanages.
And so I think that would probably be the best thing that came out of it, was the camaraderie.
I don't know, it's like a big brotherhood. We get to like just experience new things with like people you actually have fun with, like a summer camp. You get to have like good friends and then do some cool stuff that, you know, no one else gets to experience.
Being in the military is good for men because they're taught discipline and you know, and for us to be able to serve our country, it's an honor.
I honestly feel that it's just more of that motivation and like dedication, as we like to say, just to strive to be the best you can be, like just strive to be better.
Getting used to back to civilian life, I kind of, this probably sounds strange, but I was kind of homesick for Korea. I had lived there for 16 months.
So after that, you get out, you're gonna have to say, okay, what's next? And the Marine Corps has actually helped me with schooling and to pursue different lifestyle careers that I want to do. But just that, it's that shock once you get out, just like, okay, now I have to do something else. Like I have to get different training. I have to get used to this type of lifestyle. I was used to this lifestyle and I have to adjust myself to that type of lifestyle.
Vietnam veterans, I didn't experience it quite like my friends did, but Vietnam veterans were disliked in the 60s. They were spit upon, they were called bad names, baby killers and all that sort of stuff. And a lot of the guys came back not the same. Like today we know what PTSD is. A lot of guys in Vietnam came back from Vietnam, had the same problem, but they didn't really know what it was.
These men are still suffering with nightmares and injuries and disabilities, and to build up their morale and having these events, I think shows the rest of the people in this country what they are so lucky to have had these men do what they did for them.
So I just look at them and it's like, you know, they paved the way for me to actually become something that I want to see. There are people that emulated a certain quality I want to inherit. So that's why when I look at them, I see a lot of history, rich history, and a lot of like spirit that I wanted to embody. So they're like idols to me, kind of.
I did the job I was supposed to do at that time but I just have such great respect and honor for the men that were there with bullets flying over them and explosions and the way they had to survive. I just feel very, very proud and thrilled for the veterans that had to go through what I didn't have to go through. They made it better for me when I got there.
If you can find a veteran, if you know a veteran, just give him a pat on the back and thank him for his service.